welcome to December. Now, a major thing that I'm hearing lately is that with the longer nights and the time changes, which were last month, but still take a lot of time to get used to, coupled with the sleep disorders that epilepsy could cause and the medication interactions which can happen and or cause side effects even years after you've started taking them, and may cause you to what's this? But may cause you to have some trouble sleeping. And me, I've perpetually been a bit of a 24-hour party people late at night. I've grown older now, so I'm not as much of a party people's late at night, but it does happen. And so you're going through a list of how can I help myself sleep, and there's always there are always the most obvious things, or the most things that you think of first, like, okay, limit caffeine, or take melatonin. Some people might take, say, a vitamin preparation, really, a supplement that may combine CBD oil, that is the part of the marijuana or hemp plant that doesn't contain the THC, mixed with melatonin. I know from personal experience that it sort of tastes like fruit-flavored burnt rubber, but it can be somewhat effective. It's just very, very expensive for as few capsules as you get in the container. And then, of course, you have to deal with that well-meaning Aunt Prudence. Gosh, Aunt Prudy gets a lot of abuse on this channel. Sorry, Aunt Prudy. Her and Aunt Thelma just get a lot of abuse. But your Aunt Prudy, who will, out of love, give you the most, well, have you thought of cutting down on caffeine? That's literally the first thing I thought of. Yes, thank you. And then goes into, says it in such a way, and possibly unintentionally, where it sounds like she doesn't respect you as an adult or as a human being, and doesn't really respect the brain that you are trying to fix, and just thinks of you as someone to vent her spleen on. But also, have you thought of cutting down caffeine? Have you thought of going to bed slightly earlier and just laying in the dark for a while? Have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? And it's like, okay, I've done all those things. That's why I'm annoyed. That's why I'm still looking. This is why I'm so flipping frustrated. And pardon my French, I'm very glad I caught myself in time. Because the last person you want to swear at is your beloved Aunt Prudy, Thelma, Florence, whatever. Because we all have one. We'll call her Auntie whatever from this point forward, just so that we don't actually insult someone's real beloved great auntie. Anyway, so do I have any suggestions? I'm glad you asked. Right, so make sure that you take your medications on time. Make sure that you try to get in some activity throughout the day, whatever it is, even if it's just walking to the mailbox, or, putting on your masky wasky doodah and going out for a coffee somewhere, and bringing it home with you, getting in the exercise and the movement, dance around the living room, move around, get yourself a little bit, and whatever you do, don't do it too close to bedtime, because your adrenaline levels could go up and make it difficult for you to sleep. So I would maybe suggest sometime early to mid-morning, maybe even early afternoon, just, I'd say whenever, but just don't do it before bedtime. It sounds weird, like you do this big workout and you should be, and maybe you are, but your adrenaline is pumping, you smell like you smell like rotten onions because, sweat. Go take a hot shower. Go do whatever you gotta do, because workouts make you not exactly inoffensive to the nose, so to speak. Oof. And also, just breathe. People have a habit of getting really tensed up, especially when they're trying really hard, or they're around people that they don't think understand or hear, or will take everything they say the wrong way, or they feel like they're judging them, or feel like they don't even like them, and so they're blaming them for every little thing. Because sometimes your anxiety and your nerves will do that to you, or you'll take in things that someone's very, very rotten has said to you, and you're accepting that and saying, yes, I am that terrible person and no one likes me, which is another thing. If you are a caregiver, if you are a family member of someone who, for whatever reason, has any illness whatsoever, if you are the kind of person who'll be like, well, you know what, no one actually likes you and they just wish you'd all die, get fucked. Merry Christmas. Get fucked. Anyway. Okay, love you. Bye-bye. I'm apparently a bit ranty. I have no idea why. Anyway. But if you are that person, seriously, get screwed. Merry Christmas. Happy whatever. Go do something terrible with a consenting weasel. For the rest of us now. Try to keep coffee down a few hours before bed. Switch to water. Maybe have a glass of milk, depending on whether or not you can drink milk, whether you like milk, whether it works for you. Is there something that you find that keeps you relaxed? Like, I don't know, knitting or sewing or reading, or I don't know, maybe put down the phone, because I found that can sometimes make it difficult because you have the bright light shining in your face. You might be overstimulating yourself, and watch out for overstimulation. Watch out for overstimulation. And maybe find I'm going to, I don't know, write a chapter or read a chapter of this. At the moment, I'm currently doing a reread. But on my next video, I will be doing a Reading Rainbow segment, kind of, sort of. I like to give everyone a book, or a suggestion for a book, whatever it is, and someone sent me a new book to read that I haven't yet, so I want to read it before I say anything and or pass it on, because that's just polite. And anyway, so I know that lack of sleep and stress can cause even more lack of sleep. So I know that it can be a spin, and it can then color your days because you're crankier than usual. You may find that you're feeling a bit dizzy, a bit sick, because your poor brain is... So, try finding... Do you have a quiet activity that you love? Do you find it good to do yoga? Or some other form of quiet breathing? Meditate, if you will. Some people find it fun. Guided meditation is hit or miss, because, let's face it, if you're breathing as deeply as some of these guides are telling you to, you are literally going to end up deflating. No, even a non-smoker would literally just find them, end up looking like something from Thinner. So be really, really careful with what you do. And, but also, yes, it's okay to ask for advice. Yes, it's okay to thank people very kindly for their advice and mean it wholeheartedly, but not actually follow it. And there's your Vlogmas suggestion for the day, and love you much.